good evening, everyone. And tonight, or this afternoon, we're going to have a conversation about Shannon Sharpe. And we need to go into this conversation about Shannon Sharpe objectively, being honest. Is he a good guy who just makes bad decisions? Or is he someone who is something far worse? Remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Let's talk too. Highly appreciate you guys. Thank you guys, all the subscribers, all the supporters, all the people that have donated to the channel thus far. And we ask that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. That you make sure that you like this video, comment, give us your thoughts on this video, give us your thoughts on this commentary in reference to what we're presenting in regards to Mr. Shannon Sharpe.
For me lately, it's Coons. What have y'all done for us lately? And if there's no answer, you know, the only thing we owe them.
Once again, you guys, this is going to be our spin on the latest in regards to Shannon Sharpe and him not being retained, him being fired from his day job, so to say. We all know Shannon Sharpe has a YouTube channel called Nightcap, as well as he does Club Shay Shay, which is on YouTube streaming services. However, Shannon Sharpe was recently not retained and or let go by ESPN in reference to his latest settlement out of court of some very serious things, sex charges, rape charges, harassment charges, and so forth and so on. But what most people don't realize, and as we present the information in regards to Shannon Sharpe, outside of playing football, Hall of Fame career, really got famous on the show Undisputed with Skip. Their show got really, really big. And towards the end of that run with Skip, you saw that Skip would be doing what we would say passive aggressiveness behavior towards Shannon. And it touched a lot of racial lines, a lot of controversial lines. And you saw where America, particularly Black America, rallied around Shannon in regards to Skip's like sneak racism, bullying them. Where one time when they were having a heated debate in regards to Tom Brady, Shannon had took his glasses off and Skip literally said, "Put your glasses back on." And for a lot of us that may have watched the show, we thought that was the bottom line. The optics did not look good where a white man would be telling a black man to put his glasses back on. And unfortunately, Shannon put his glasses back on. So we just want to present this information because we want to ask ourselves, is Shannon a good guy that makes bad decisions? Or is he something far worse? So for a lot of us that don't follow sports, and in particular sports media, several years after Shannon retired, Shannon originally played for Denver Broncos. Then he had went to Baltimore Ravens for a few years, won another championship in Baltimore, and then he had went back to Denver before retiring. Well, after his retirement, Shannon had worked for CBS. In his role for CBS, he was part of their pregame show. He was doing Farewell. If you know Shannon has a very, very strong accent, Southern drawl, where it would be hard for him. He literally will say it's hard for a lot of people to understand what he's saying. But Shannon was on his way up at the time. However, there were some accusations then with Shannon in regards to some sexual sex improprieties. We have an article here we're going to present, show you guys. And this was from a former girlfriend. Shannon had actually left CBS. I'm going to read the article as you guys will see the article on the screen. And this is from June 1st, 2018. Sharpe leaves CBS and faces serious allegations in Georgia court. Just when you thought the news at Doe Valley couldn't get any worse, it does. This time in the form of serious allegations against former hold on one second. Excuse me about that, guys. Just when you thought the news at Doe Valley couldn't get any worse, it does. This time in the form of serious allegations against former Denver Broncos great Shannon Sharpe. Officially, Sharpe is taking a leave of absence from his job as a football analyst at CBS amid the allegations that he threatened a woman and forced her to have sex with him. Last week in an Atlanta court, Sharpe's accuser, Michele Bundy, who used to be Shannon's ex-girlfriend, submitted a petition which states that she was forced to have sex with him. Additionally, it states that he has repeatedly called and threatened her life and that he essentially been stalking her. This has resulted in a restraining order against Shannon Sharpe. Though a hearing is set for September 20th for Bundy and her attorney to show just cause for the order just to stay in place. Now, a lot of people, you guys, thought that this last allegation with Shannon, hold on. A lot of people thought that this last allegation with Shannon was the first one. So the article further goes on and says, for the time being, CBS Sports is not commenting on the situation, though they have accepted Shannon's decision to depart NFL today and indefinitely. No replacement for Sharpe has been mentioned at this time. So you guys, this is the history, unfortunately, of Shannon Sharpe. This is the beginning of what many will say is Shannon Sharpe's strange behavior. Strange, immature, in my opinion, my personal opinion, the good guy, bad decisions, or something far worse. And we're gonna really have this discussion. I want you guys to have this discussion with yourselves as well. So we have some more here where, here we go. And this is the most recent one. Sharpe accused raping a second woman in separate lawsuits, former NFL star rep steps. As we previously reported, Shannon Sharpe has been accused of raping and abusing a former girlfriend. An unidentified woman is requesting $50 million from a former star. Now, this is not Michele Bundy. This is someone else. Now, in court documents obtained by Page 6, a second accuser claims that she too was sexually assaulted by Sharpe. The news comes shortly after Sharpe announced plans to step away from his job at ESPN. This was towards ESPN, you guys. Shannon attends ESPN's first talk on November 24th, 2024, November 8th, 2024. Michele Bundy, previously 2018, claims that she dated Sharpe for nearly a decade. In 2023, she filed a lawsuit against him for defamation, libel, slander. In the suit, she alleged that Sharpe SEX assaulted her after she accused him of infidelity. In the filing obtained by Page 6, Evans claimed that Sharpe proceeded to forcefully. Then it goes off. You know, you guys, that's just one article. That's the latest article. So if you guys have been following Shannon, you guys will know that there was a time where people accused Shannon of being part of the LGBTQ community. And Shannon had a stylist called Hollywood at the time, who was a gay man, who was in a relationship at one time with another former NFL player, Kerry Rhodes. It's well known, was no secret, that those two was in a relationship together. So when all of the media, comedians, people started questioning Shannon's sexuality, Shannon got rid of the stylist Hollywood. And there's been speculation that these two have been in a relationship. So after that, Shannon had basically, you guys, he went on this strange tour where he was trying to prove his sexuality to people and prove that he wasn't gay. So he did it, and up until the time where before he left Undisputed. This was the statement that Undisputed came out when he left. This is what they did when he left. I just want to read this to you guys. Shannon Sharpe is leaving Undisputed. The Hall of Fame tight end reached a buyout with Fox Sports to leave the FS1 morning show he hosted alongside host Skip Bayless since September 2016 to the New York Post. Sharpe is expected to depart Undisputed in late June following the conclusion of the NBA Finals. This was last year. There's a picture of him and Skip. Funny show where Shannon would, have cigars, sit up there, have alcohol on the set, where he would really play into the fact of he was unk to a lot of people. So he would always call himself unk. So let's see here. You guys, we have another article. Here we're going to play. So up until this time when he was on Undisputed, when he went to Nightcap, when he did the viral interview, because he did the viral interview while he was still on Undisputed. with Cat Williams. And in my personal opinion, that interview was the gift and the curse. It went crazy viral. At one time, I remember it had over 50 million views. Cat Williams, they went viral. And in my personal opinion, this is when Shannon, he couldn't handle the spotlight. He couldn't handle the spotlight for the good, and he couldn't handle the spotlight for the bad, because he took a lot of criticism because Cat Williams went on the platform, called people out. Shannon, the way he runs his platform, in particular Club Shay Shay, he lets a lot of his hosts just talk. But, you know, a lot of these celebrities, entertainers, athletes, they have beef with each other. So if you allow these people to talk about other athletes, entertainers, or sports personalities to come on your platform and air out their grievances towards other people, of course you're going to get some slack from that. So, hold on, you guys. So yeah, if you have people on your platform, they will have beef, drama, extra stuff with other people, and you allow them on your platform and they attack other people. Of course, you're going to get some of the blowback on your particular platform. So what Shannon would do is Shannon, guys, would always go out his way ever since this interview, you know, because he started, you know, feeling himself, puffing himself up, for lack of a better word, or in his element, feeling like, you know, that people were jealous of him. He would say other podcasters was jealous. He was not being able to handle the blowback or the success from said interview. So during all this, when his sexuality had came into question and his credibility as an interviewer and or somebody putting somebody on their platform, an audio leaked of Shannon having sex with a young lady or whomever on Instagram. And Shannon, you know, he didn't say nothing for a couple days. It was long as about 2-3 minutes, whatever. He didn't say anything. And then he went on his platform and basically bragged and said he did not know that he went live. Anybody that ever went live on IG, the minimum amount of buttons that you have to press on IG to go live is 3. So it basically was like, okay, he had a moment. You know, I personally think, and, you know, based off of the way he acted, is that he was trying to prove to everyone that he wasn't gay, that he wasn't part of the LGBTQ community, that he wanted everybody to, as they say, "Hey, your boy, get it in." And when he went on with Ocho Cinco that couple days later, you know, they joked about it, and he bragged about it. And Ocho even joked with him, was like, what was all that grunting for? Because Shannon was doing a lot of grunting. So it has always been like pictures he's taken. He's always had this thing with his image. People have even said that he looked like an old boy. I forget old boy's name. That'd be like, Charles, is your dinner's ready? I can't even remember the dude's name that acts like a woman. But anyway, so Shannon has always had these weird encounters with being people not liking him, people coming at him, and him feeling attacked instead of being able to accept the critique as a known celebrity as well as a known person who podcasts. So earlier this year, Shannon had got hit with a lawsuit from a young lady that he had a relationship with from OnlyFans. Yes, a young lady that he had a relationship with from OnlyFans. And this is what happened. Let me read it. Hold on, guys. So in reference to what I was talking about, in reference to the audio, leaked audio, this is what was said. Well, anyway, for some reason it's not popping up on my screen right now. I don't know what's going on. Shannon basically said, according to Sports Illustrated, that the audio was not hacked. It was definitely him. So, he admitted to the leaked audio of him having relations with a young lady at the time. So Shannon had been hit, you guys, with a $20 million lawsuit in reference to a relationship that he's had with a 24-year-old young lady, where she said that he raped her and he was harassing her. And it was audio that came out with that where she was recording him. It was text messages. They were suing him for $50 million. He accused her attorney, who was Tony Buzbee, who was also the attorney for the young ladies that went after Deshaun Watson, who was also the attorneys that went after Jay-Z. He accused the attorney Tony Buzbee, of a shakedown and saying it was racial. And mostly everybody seen what was going on. They even saw, as they say, the play, and Tony Buzbee basically, in their eyes, becoming the present day Gloria Aldrich. But at the end of the day, people gave Shannon the benefit of the doubt. But what happened, you guys, is Shannon settled out of court. Allegedly, it was $23 million, $24 million, where Shannon settled out of court. Usually when you settle out of court with these type of allegations, it's undisclosed. So Shannon has not really mentioned it, how much it was. And the young lady did not mention it. But she did say one thing. She went on her OnlyFans, she went on her IG and said, "Thanks, you guys, I can retire from OnlyFans." She said, "Thanks, you guys, I could retire from OnlyFans." So Shannon is either a good guy who makes bad decisions, or he's something far worse. Did he get lined up? These are the questions that I'm asking everyone that in the chat. Did Shannon get lined up? Is he a good guy who makes bad decisions? Or is Shannon something far worse? We should be asking ourselves that. Is Shannon something far worse, or is he a good guy? We should be asking ourselves that. Is Shannon Sharpe a good guy, or is he something far worse? Is he a good guy making bad decisions, or something far worse, you guys? Is he a good guy making bad decisions, or something far worse? Is he a good guy or is he something far worse? Is Shannon a good guy or something far worse? Excuse me for the delay for a second. I just had to step away because I had to do something with my computer. But we need to ask ourselves, is Shannon a good guy or something far worse, you guys? I really want to know. I really want us in the chat to tell us. What is Shannon? Is he a good guy or something far worse? So what Shannon did, you guys, is Shannon reached a settlement, like I said, between $23 million. The young lady retired from OnlyFans. And Shannon put this out. Shannon's brother, like himself, Sterling Sharpe, played in the NFL, Hall of Fame player, went to the Hall of Fame this past weekend. And Shannon put this video out in response to him being let go by ESPN, not being retained by ESPN, however way you want to draw it up. Shannon put this video out. I want you guys to tell me what you think of this video.
Obviously, I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN. I found out this information a little earlier in the week. And really, the only thing that I really ask is, like, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I really wanted to be about him, and I wanted to be about my family. I know this coming out will overshadow everything that he's worked his entire life for. And unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. And so as I told him, as I profusely apologized to him earlier today, he said, bro, stop apologizing. You don't have to apologize. I'm your big bro. I'm going to love you regardless. We all make mistakes. We've all.
Fair use to use this video. Copyright. Isn't it amazing when you look at this video, he's worried about it overshadowing his brother going into the Hall of Fame. Your brother's going to be your brother regardless, right, wrong, or indifferent. I don't expect, or anybody should not expect his brother to act any different towards him in any way. But Shannon, if you just listen to what he's saying, he's not taking no ownership and or accountability. You got lined up, for lack of better words, and you got tricked out of your spot, for lack of better words. The question now that we all need to be asking, topic of the show is, good guy, bad decisions? Or is Shannon something far worse? That all these accusers, all these people you've been in relationship have accused you, the big black guy in their eyes, of some real egregious behavior that you don't know how to let go, figuratively and non-figuratively. And you should be asking yourselves, do you need help, Shannon? Do you need to be sitting on someone's couch getting some type of therapy? Because either you're a good guy who makes bad decisions, or you're something far worse.
And he says, bro, I love you. So I'm done with this. You're done with it too. Move on. And I really enjoyed my time at ESPN. It gave me an opportunity to bring my audience that saw me really just grow. They saw me, Lakers in 5, and they saw me say all these analogies that my grandparents gave me, and I was able to bring that to ESPN. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But I just wished, of all things, like I said, hey, they did what they felt they needed to do, and I'm at peace with that. But I just wish, guys, this thing could have waited until Monday, because I hate the fact that I'm overshadowing my brother, the first two brothers in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and this is what the headline is going to be for the next couple of days. So, bro, again, I know you told me this, I don't have to apologize, but I'm going to do it one final time tonight, and I won't apologize again. I'm sorry that I upstaged you in this manner. That was never my intent. You've been my hero. You've been my role model from as long as I can remember. And I apologize, and I thank all my fans for supporting me when I was at ESPN and every place that I've been, be it Club Shay Shay, Nightcap, Undisputed, ESPN. Thank you guys for your support. Now,
but in the words that Shannon would always use, I hear what you say, but I see what you do. And Shannon, what you're doing, some will say it's a good guy that makes bad decisions, or some would say it's something far worse. So allow your supporters, allow those people who watch your platform to judge you accordingly, Shannon. Are you a good guy with that makes bad decisions, or are you something far worse? With that, we're going to conclude. Appreciate everyone in the chat. Appreciate you guys. I just wanted to come on, really just talk about it. I haven't had the opportunity. Been really, really busy on the platform. Been doing some things. Hopefully we'll get back to our regular program and get back to Pat Talk. Get back to every Tuesday with Sister Azima. Going to definitely start doing more shows, more content, more coffee time talk. Just been really, really busy. One day I'm going to tell you guys about why I didn't go to Flint, Michigan this weekend. That's a whole nother topic. But remember, best way to support the channel, like, share, subscribe. All the information is below the screen. How to get in contact with me, email, phone number, as well as Cash App if you want to support financially to the channel. And ask yourselves, if you're going to watch the recording, is Shannon a good guy that makes bad decisions, or is he an individual who could be something far worse? With that, remember, like, share, subscribe. Until then, take care.
Done for me lately? It's coons. What have y'all done for us lately? And if there's no answer, the only thing we owe them